Hey guys, it's Rach. Today we are going to do the very unrequested video of arm work. You don't need any props as usual. I will have prop videos coming up though, so if you would like that, they are coming your way. So let's just get into it. We're actually going to start in a crisscross applesauce position or seated stance of your choice. Just something that's comfortable. You want to check that you're on the front part of your sits bone. So if you want to move that fleshy bits out of the way and just make sure that you can stack your spine here. And then just take your hands to your rib cage. Maybe you shut the eyes. Give yourself a nice big inhale. Feel yourself breathe wide. And then as you exhale, feel your ribs pull together. Keep breathing like this. Think your ribs expand out into your hands, and then you feel them shrink underneath your hands. This is also a great time to check that your ribs are just floating over your pelvis. They're not jetting forward and they're not slouching back. So we're in this nice tall seat. Alright, fluttering the eyes open if you've had them shut. Bring the arms out in front of you here, like they're resting on top of a shelf. Pull the shoulder blades back slightly so we're not overextending in our arms, and just start to open the arms up into a goalpost position and then draw back. And open and close. So you're trying to pull the shoulder blades off of the back without losing that connection to our ribs that we just had. So your abs are still engaged, belly button's pulling to the spine. We're just waking up those postural muscles that help keep us standing nice and tall all day, some of the day. If you had weights, you could always add them in by holding them in your hands here, playing with the weight, of course. Alright, next time you're out nice and wide, we're just gonna hold. You're gonna pull the elbows down by your hips, and then reach the arms back on up. I want you to think you're trying to squeeze a ball underneath your armpit, so you really hug it in and then reach it back on up. And you draw it down and back on up. Depending how tight you are, this might feel really uncomfortable across the chest. That's okay, don't force anything, but do try to feel your muscles working here. Feel your shoulder blades pull down the back as you lower the arms and widen across your back as you lift the arms. We're going to take it for another 4, 3, 2. Okay, we're going to hold it just halfway here. Bring the arms out into a little V position. Just rotate the palms up and down and up and down. This is a slow burn. This is your rotator cuff here that we're practicing using. Think about spiraling the upper arm bone in that hip socket. Make sure you haven't lost this connection to your core. You're still seated nice and tall. Soft bend to the elbows is always welcome practice. Hold the palm up and just draw these little circles. I'm starting to feel my arms turn on quite a bit here. And then we're going to reverse. Breathing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower them on down. Take a little shoulder roll, and then we're going to bring it into our all fours position here. So, as always, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Give yourself some cat-cows, pressing into the floor and dropping the belly. Pressing the floor away and dropping the belly. A few more here. And then we're going to pause in a neutral spine. Feel your low ribs press up to meet your back ribs. We'll take some scapular push-ups. So you're going to pinch the shoulder blades together and then widen the shoulder blades apart. This can be tricky for people, so just keep trying to move here. And then see if you can start to feel that motion of you dropping your sternum down and then pressing the sternum back on up. Could also think about pinching a pencil between your shoulder blades and then popping the pencil up towards the ceiling. You have this sensation through the inner thighs, so your inner thighs are pulling together. Alright, we're going to hold someplace in between. Pull the breastbone slightly forward, back of the neck is long. Press into the left hand, extend the right arm forward. Place it down, and then other side. And then down, and other side. Keep lifting from the back of the armpits. So you're not feeling this in the neck at all. And feel like the extension of your arm is a connection to your abs. So can you wrap your abs as you extend an arm out? Maybe finding a little extension, lifting a little higher each time. For 3. For 2. For 1, bring it all the way down. We're going to sit back onto our heels here. Back of the feet can stay open unless that's super uncomfortable for you. You can untuck the toes. We're going to take the arms back here to start to bring the arms forward and then pull the arms back. Opening up through the chest. Again, if you have hand weights, you can always add hand weights into this motion here. Squeezing the belly, find this lift up off of the feet. Pausing with the hands by the side, we're going to bring it up to a little squat. So chest is slightly forward, butt is just hovering off of the hands here. Press the arms back and down, back and down. So we're taking these little pulses here. Make sure you're not rounding in that upper back. We have a long spine. For 4, 3, 2, hold the arms back. You're going to widen them out a little and then pinch them back. They widen out and pinch. A nice exhale to wrap that waistline. For 4, 3, 2, hold them nice and wide, little circles like before. Maybe getting the butt a little bit lower if it started to lift, and reverse. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the hands back on down. So we got a little break from the wrist here. Toes are going to be tucked on this one. On your next exhale, I want you to hover the knees off 2 inches, and then inhale to tap back down. We exhale, hover, inhale, tap. Check in with the elbows, make sure they're not overextending here. Wrapping the waistline. Still feeling this lift from the back of the armpits. Alright, next time you're hovering, you're going to hold that hover. Pinch the shoulder blades once again, and widen. Pinch and widen. If it's too much, I'm going to drop down but keep going. If it's too much, you can always just do a static hold, or you can go into some hovering cat-cows. So whichever one you're choosing here. For 2. And 1. Tap the knees down. Slowly we're going to lower it all the way down onto our bellies here. Hands are going to come underneath the forehead. And you're going to rest the forehead down. Feet are wide, and you're pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Squeeze the low glutes. Start to hover the head, neck, shoulders off of the mat, and then lower it on down. We're going to hover and lower it on down. It's very tempting here to dump into the low back. Try to keep the low belly engaged and the glutes turned on. Think about lengthening forward as you lift. Armpits are pulling down the back and you're pinching the shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. On this next one, we'll hold, extend the arms out long, bend the elbows back by your hips, and then reach the arms back out long. High planche bend. We squeeze the elbows and then extend. Just like when we were seated. Back of the throat stays long. We squeeze it back there for 4. Using your breath, 3, 2. Hold the hands underneath the shoulders. Place the hands down. Tuck the toes. On your next exhale, press it up into a high plank. Holding here for a moment. We breathe for 4, 3, 2. Slowly start to bend the elbows back at a 45-degree angle. We're going to lower all the way down onto the floor. Use your exhale. You're going to try to hover the legs and the chest up. Place the hands down. Nice big inhale. Exhale, press it up to a high plank. Breathe for a moment. And then once again, exhale, squeeze the legs, belly button to spine, lower it on down. Untuck the toes, we hover. Lower it down. Nice big inhale. Exhale, press it on up. One more time like that. Slowly lowering it down. You can always come to your knees. All right, we hover, squeeze, lower, inhale, exhale, press it on up. Hold that high plank. Breathe here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees down. Sit it back into a child's pose for a moment. Maybe a gentle rock side to side. Start to crawl the knees forward. We're going to sit it back onto our booties. All right. You can grab behind the legs here. Nice big inhale, exhale, roll it on back just until the arms become straight. We're going to take the arms forward. You'll open the arms up and then draw them shut. Take 3. 1, grab behind the legs, roll it all the way on up, stack the spine. Roll the shoulders back. Nice big inhale, exhale, roll it on back. Deep C curve, you're pulling your belly button back, we hover the arms. This time for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab behind the legs, roll it all the way on up, roll the shoulders back. Nice big inhale. Exhale, we're going for it. We roll it on back. Scoop the low belly. Lift the arms. For 7, 6, 5. Pinch the shoulder blades. 2, 1. Grab behind the legs. Roll it all the way on up. Roll the shoulders back. Can you guess where we're going? We're going for 10. So tuck the tailbone, roll it back. So important to keep scooping that low belly in as we hover the arms. Open them out and back. Using that breath, keep the shoulders away from the ears. I lost count, I'm so sorry. Let's say 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms forward this time. Roll it all the way on up to seated. Hands are going to come back behind us. Opening up the chest here, so that is key. Press into the feet and then lift it on up. We'll bend the elbows back for a tricep dip and then straighten on out. And they bend back and up. If you feel like you need a bigger range of motion and you have some books, yoga block, or even weights nearby, you can use those underneath the hands. Keep the belly button to the spine, and you can really press into the feet here. It should help relieve some of the pressure from the wrists. It is a small motion. You're hugging the elbows together as you lower down. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that little bend. Pulse it back and back. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sit the butt all the way on down. Crisscross applesauce the legs to bring it back forward into that all fours position. This time we're going to come down onto our forearms. Walk the feet back, coming back into that plank. Squeeze the glutes here. We'll shift the weight forward and back. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to shift forward and back. Careful not to hunch the upper back. Zip up through those inner thighs. Think about the elbows pulling apart. Oof. For 3, 2, hold it. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, tap the knees down. Send it back into a child's pose. Take a nice big inhale. Nice big exhale. Crawl the knees forward. Sit it back onto your heels once again. Take the arms back behind you. Pull the knuckles back. Open the chest. Maybe you let the chin come up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to interlace forward. Press the palms away. Round the spine. Separate the shoulder blades. Bring it on up. Hands can rest onto the thighs. Take a few shoulder rolls back. And a few shoulder rolls forward. And you, my friends, are all set. Just like that. You got them arms working. Of course, you can, like I always say, pair this with another workout. Make it a little bit more full body. You can run this a few times through if you're feeling it. And yeah, that is it, guys. I'll be posting new videos every Tuesday, so be sure to check it out. And until next time, much love.